Hey, Glow Girls and Glow Pros. This is Stacey with the GloGirl Spray Tanning Boutique here in Houston, Texas, and the founder of the GloPro Spray Tan Certification and Business Development Program, where we teach spray tan enthusiasts and beauty professionals not just spray tanning technique, but how they can actually make money doing what they love and run a successful business. Quick disclaimer. Before we get started, some of the topics we cover here might be a little controversial. There might be some cuss words, and there's always constructive, candid, comfortable conversation, which is meant to inform, educate, and hopefully elevate the beauty industry as a whole. Everything that I share here comes from my 20 years of experience in the beauty industry, the wins, the losses, and everything in between. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, are you an artist? Or are you a technician? You ever seen people's social media and they say spray tan artist or hair artist? This question can make people a little defensive, and honestly good, because if you've been in the business industry long enough, you've probably felt that kind of little divide between artist and technician. Artist says, I'm a creative, I make people beautiful, I can teach you what I do. The technician part says, I'm trained, I'm licensed, I know it's safe, and I know it's professional. But the truth is, you should be both. You can't just rely on creativity, and you can't hide behind the rule book either as the technician. Where that divide comes from is there's just too many people that think being an artist gives them a free pass to ignore things like the structure, the sanitation, and the standards. And too many technicians, they kind of get trapped in their routines. They follow everything by the book, but they lose their passion, their spark, their creativity. So I'm here to just set the record straight. You can't call yourself an artist if you don't know your fundamentals. And you can't call yourself a professional technician if you've lost all your creativity. There's a balance there. And what I've seen over the last 20 years in this industry, first of all, I've seen it all. And it's sometimes heartbreaking, the things that I've seen in these creatives. I meet people who are crazy talented. They're eccentric, they're artistic. They can deliver stunning work, stunning spray tans, beautiful things. They've got that it factor, but when they try to turn that into a business, they fall flat on their face and fail. Not because they don't have the gift, but because they don't have the discipline, the structure, the business savvy, the business sense to support their talent. They don't manage their time. They underprice their services. They don't set boundaries, and eventually they fucking burn out. At that point, it's not a business. It's a hobby. Nice hobby, and it's costing more than what it's earning. And it's not just in the spray tanning industry. I've seen it across the entire beauty world. Hair technicians, nail techs, makeup artists, skincare. Our industry attracts passionate, creative people, and that's beautiful. But creativity without discipline, it doesn't survive. It only goes so far. So let me give you an analogy that hopefully kind of makes sense to you, why you need to balance those two things. Think about an athlete. Some kids are just born naturally gifted. You see it in these kids all the time. They're fast, they're strong, they're coordinated, they're quick learners. They pick up a ball and boom, they've got talent. They're just naturals. But talent alone doesn't get you on the varsity team. It doesn't get you the college scholarships. If that kid doesn't learn the proper mechanics, the strategies, the discipline, they peak early. Or worse, they get injured and they're totally out of the game. That talent went to waste. That's exactly what happens in the beauty profession when you don't balance talent with technical details. You might have a natural gift. You see the color beautifully. Your hands are steady. You have an eye for detail that is unmatched. But if you don't master the technical side, the structure, the sanitation, the pricing, the timing, the client management, you're not going to make it to the next level. You'll stay in that hobby zone. You Hobby Lobby, wondering why your passion isn't paying your bills. The artist is the natural athlete. The technician is the disciplined trainer. When you combine those two, you become the professional. You become the Olympian, and that's what wins championships. That's what takes people to become 7-figure earners in their industry. At GloGirl, artistry meets that professional every single day. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about the art. But we are a no-contact, sanitation-driven, system-based salon That's the technician side. We don't just do spray tans, we deliver an experience that's intentional, consistent, professional from start to finish. That's what separates the pros from the hobbyists. At GloPro, our other business, we teach our students how to balance both sides. It's not just about how to spray tan, it's how to think, run, scale a business like an owner. We cover the creative side. You got to know color theory. You've got to know how to blend tones. You got to be confident in your craft, talking to customers. But the technical side, the pricing, the branding, the bookkeeping, the compliance, we teach you all of those too, because you can be the most talented spray tan artist in the friggin' world, but if you can't run your business, you're not going to last. Nobody's going to learn your name. And if all of your business and creativity, if you don't work with it, your clients are going to feel that too. They're going to feel that real quick when you don't know how to balance your creativity with your technical side. So let's stir the pot a little bit. Some of y'all hiding behind the word artist as an excuse to be messy or unorganized. And some of y'all are hiding behind the technician title because it feels safer than putting your creative self out there. Both sides need to wake up. You're in the beauty business. Beauty business. You need both art and you need execution. In the 2 decades that I've been doing this, I have learned that confidence comes from education, and education gives you the freedom to create. That's the balance. That's where GloPro comes in. You can't have art without skill. You can't have skill without purpose. One without the other is just noise. Quit being noisy. That's why I created the GloPro certification program. It's technically the bridge between the art of spray tanning and the beauty business. We don't just teach people how to spray tan. We teach them how to build longevity in their industry, specifically sunless. So, are you an artist or a technician? Are you both? A creative professional who's disciplined, skilled, and grounded? Whatever you call yourself, make sure you're doing it with integrity, consistency, and a little bit of edge, because this industry does not need more chaos. It needs professionals who actually give a damn about their craft and their art and the business. If that's you, hit subscribe. Join the conversation and check out GloPro certification below. Until next time, keep it clean, keep it confident, and keep glowing for all the right reasons.